ain't enough, man, I need try. One time to keep your ass alive. One time to keep us inside. No place to run, no place to hide.
No place to run, no place to hide.
Ain't enough, man, I need try.
Don't fall off cause I'm on my game. Haters get shook when they speak my name. All this pressure that's on my back. So much stress that's on my brain. I'ma just let y'all pop your trap. Y'all sit back while I pop champagne. Spend your whole life trying to get like me. Trust me, dog, we are not the same. Woke up early this morning, feeling like who own it. Everything I do is a one of one. Can't copy me, can't clone me. Your girlfriend, she want me. If she see me, if she own me. But it's all for one and it's one for all. So I pass her to my homies. And I'm back on top again. But I'm back up out my way. I need 50 mil a week. A new whip every day. This level that I'm reaching, y'all probably couldn't fathom. You couldn't keep me in your dreams, and I do things you can't imagine. Man, cause I made it, yeah, I know you hate it. When you talk to me, you know I talk to the greatest. Started from the bottom, then I elevated. Where I'm at, y'all probably won't make it. Hold up. Ain't nobody stepping up to me, cause having everything ain't enough for me. No.
What is going on, WCC? It's your main event. It's Friday night. You know what we do every Friday night. Coming to you live and direct from Los Angeles, California. It's your boy, EL.CIBERNETICO. Go. All the way from Dallas, Texas, joining me tonight. You can catch him every Thursday night after TNA. Of course, 30 minutes after TNA goes off the air, Mr. Thursday Night himself, Mr. Big Red, where you at, sir?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
What's going on? It is, sir, man.
Yeah, nigga. Yeah.
And of course, Mr. Friday Night himself, Wade Barrett's little brother, Doug Barrett. Where you at, bro?
I'm doing good. It's time for the best part of the weekend, the main event.
Yeah. The main event it is. Shooting over to USA. That's right, shooting over to USA. Monday Night Raw started pretty interesting, but then again, when doesn't it? The last few weeks is pretty good. Gentlemen, unfortunately, this past Monday night, Raw was a little, I don't know, it didn't have a main event, but the main event was Damian Sandow going up against R-Truth in a boring match. That's right, I said it, a boring match. But hey, it seems to me now I'm not trying to be racist when I say this, but it seems to me now when the black guy headlines, it seems to me that it ends up being a boring match.
Damn.
True or false, sir?
You know what, I gotta say true, because since Kofi left, JTG and R-Truth don't have talent.
Ouch. Yes, sir, it is. Apparently, the real main event happened to be John Cena calling Ryback a bitch. It all started with the good scuffle. They showing all the lumberjacks showing around, tossing them back in and out. Shout outs to Ted DiBiase Jr. and of course JTG got some TV time this week.
Yeah, I lost the bet on that one. I have to give somebody a hug tomorrow because of that shit. So fuck you, JTG, and fuck you, wannabe Chuck Norris.
The goddamn. Raw was a little boring for me this week. I didn't give it too much of a good high scale. Basically, match of the night, believe it or not, match of the night was, I would have to say, Jericho and Langston. For some weird reason, Langston's getting a good push these last few weeks with the whole Cesaro Best of 5 series, which I didn't know they were having a Best of 5 series, but apparently they were, thanks to Michael Cole. But moving on, switching channels over to Ion, Wednesday night, gentlemen, what happened?
Who wants to take this one first? You got it, man, from Texas?
Oh, no, you go ahead.
All right, I'll gladly go ahead. On the main event, the first match, which we saw this, I believe, on Monday, was The Miz taking on dashing man who can't grow a mustache, Cody Rhodes. It was a decent match, not bad, not great. Good way to open the show. Miz would win with the figure 4 again, or maybe I got drunk and didn't pay attention to the ending on that one.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. It was a pretty decent match. It was like I said, it was just a repeat from Monday. Same thing happened.
But the next match was interesting because Damian Sandow, who apparently now is getting this push out of nowhere, which I'm applauding. Thank you, WWE, for doing something like this week. He calls the fans a bunch of idiots, which, hey, he's doing what a heel does best. If you don't like it, go fuck yourself.
You're welcome.
But then, surprise, and this made me drink because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Not only did Sin Cara come out, he didn't botch for the second week in a row. Or second night in a row.
Hey, all right.
So that brings up the question, is it the real Sin Cara?
You know, this is what happens when you when you pair him with people that know how to work good. I mean,
can you repeat that one more time? Can you repeat that one more time, Doug? It was Sin Cara versus who again?
Damian Sandow.
There you go. Exactly. See, my point exactly, gentlemen. We talked about this a while back. I said it, and I'll say it again. If you could put with somebody who's not a cookie cutter wrestler from NXT/FCW, you got a good match. Just saying.
Right.
Just saying.
Last week you put him in a match with Cesaro. What do we get? That match was fucking awesome. And then he had
outstanding.
He had another awesome match with Sandow. You put him with guys like that are actually bred wrestlers that had real training. Oh yeah, he's not gonna botch.
Yeah,
exactly.
I was generally surprised.
Let's not forget.
Not to cut you off, Mr. Barrett. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm giving Sin Cara a little golf clap. I mean, he deserves it after this week for not botching. But here's my question: when are you going to see the match I think we all want to see? The him vs. Rey Mysterio or him vs. Evan Bourne? Because I think that's what the fans want to see.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice. Go ahead, Red.
You know what? I wouldn't mind seeing him going against Evan Bourne because Evan Bourne, that little fucker is fast too.
Yes.
So
and if you guys haven't seen him in any of his old shows, I recommend you go ahead and go on YouTube right now, type in Evan Bourne, or I believe his name is, help me out with this one, Red. His name is Matt something.
Matt. I can't never pronounce his last name. $6 or something like that. It starts with like SY. Yeah, something like that.
There you go. Type it in, look it up. Trust me, you're gonna be excited over this dude.
No. Just one thing you need to type in. Type in that MTV wrestling show they had a few years ago. He was on it.
Oh yeah. You're right about that one. Dude, they filmed it right here in LA. I forgot the name of it. Damn. I know what you're talking about. Moving on, gentlemen. What else we got?
The main event, which was probably my favorite main event since they brought the show back. The Usos, I believe they took on the two fat guys who think they can dance.
Yeah, tons of funk.
Yeah, they shouldn't go on Dancing with the Stars or So You Think You Can Dance. The Usos would win this match, and it was a pretty good tag team match. Maybe the Usos will finally get the push after Payback.
Oh.
Yeah, the Usos put on the good. See, this is what happened when, and I don't know which one it was. This is what happens when you don't fuck up. You get rewarded.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
But I want to throw this question.
Not bad at all. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for interrupting. That's apparently my thing this week. Anyone who watched last week's main event and watched this week's, which one did you like better? Justin Twilight Boy Gabriel versus Kurt Hawkins, who thinks he wants to be a part of the three-man band, or this week's main event? If anyone says Justin Gabriel, you need to be shot with a tranquilizer dart and put to sleep.
God damn.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, huh?
No, and I'm gonna have to go with Beard on this one. I like Gabriel more when he was a heel.
Yeah, the only reason they made him a face is because all the women want to take their pants off when they see him. And that includes you too, Heather.
Oh my. Switching channels over to Spike TV. Main event time. We got beautiful TNA trying to make a rise for themselves. TNA, where you at? TNA, make some noise. TNA recipe. Go ahead, Mr. Red.
All right. This TNA this week, we had a awesome fucking match between the Cyborg, what the fuck? The Cyborg, Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles, the Phenomenal One. This was another epic match between these two. This match was fucking awesome. I mean, AJ was pulling out moves like, I was like, where the fuck did he come with this? I'm like, wow, he's added a lot of new shit to his arsenal and a lot more aggressive now. And I love this AJ Styles. I mean, for anybody that knows WCW, it's like the old Sting. You know, he's barely even talking, not saying shit, but this was a fucking awesome match with which was a Bound for Glory qualifying match, which AJ Styles ended up taking with the roll-up due to interference by Aces and Eights.
That's pretty much what killed this damn match, man. But you are totally right, sir, on point. Kurt Angle versus AJ Styles was probably the match of the night. For some weird reason, every time they let Angle main headline on a Thursday night, it seems to me like he takes over the damn show. Like seriously, like dude, like it's awesome to fucking see Kurt Angle just get down like that, especially with AJ Styles bringing up some new styles as is.
I mean, and I'm gonna say Angle deserves that spot in the Hall of Fame because that guy is fucking he's a fucking machine.
He is. He definitely is, man. Go ahead, Doug.
Well, first, I'm creating two new awards. We're going to talk about one right now, the match of the week. It's got to go to Kurt Angle and AJ Styles. The ending was bad. Let's be honest. That interference, ruined it a bit, but still a great match. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, please. Go watch it after you're done listening to us. You will not be disappointed. There's a reason why it won match of the week. But I think after it was even bigger because Rampage dumbass Jackson came out with a big old chain. Okay, I gotta be honest. Is he trying to be like the Junkyard Dog or Hercules Hernandez here?
Oh, damn.
Good question. I have no idea. But yeah, that there was, after Aces technique whooping the hell out of Angle, he comes out there for the save, swinging that big ass chain around.
Definitely it is. Gentlemen, moving on. Oh, good.
Now, I was saying I'm hoping that they do more with him that they're doing with King Mo.
Oh.
Wait a minute. King Mo still has a job?
Oh, damn. Moving on, gentlemen. Switching channels over back to sci-fi. That's right. Guess who finally lost?
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're sleeping under a goddamn rock, you heard me correctly. Guess who finally lost? And no. See, Heather might be thinking, whoa, what the hell? You're not keeping to your word. It hasn't been a full 30 days yet. Well, technically, I'm not talking shit, Heather. And all you Shield followers out there. No. It is true. The Shield finally took their first loss. That's right. The Shield finally. Ring announcer Lillian Garcia. I wish I had that soundbite right now. Lillian Garcia said it. For the first time ever, they lost the Shield. And I was like,
right?
In a six-man tag.
For the
I
first
was like, wow. That's why I told everybody, you're gonna shit your pants.
Yeah, when you said that, I was like, fuck this. I can't wait. I had to go see what the hell it was. I could not wait. I was like, fuck this. I'm anticipating. I gotta go see. I just went to go watch the spoiler. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah, let's be honest. I
It was-
can't tell who. Oh, I'll let you finish, big man.
It was just, I was about to say, like, hey, it was official. They finally said it. They finally fucking said it. The Shield lost a 6-man tag, and congratulations to all you WCC marks out there. Yeah, you WCC marks out there did not spoil it this week for us. Thank you, guys. I'm surprised. I'm really surprised. Nobody posted nothing. Everybody stood quiet. They said nothing. They didn't say nothing. See, this is why we tell you guys don't read spoilers, because what's the whole point of watching it on Friday? There's people out there who say SmackDown is boring. It's not that boring, honestly. It's not that boring. I'll admit it's a little more entertaining than Raw.
Right.
Some people might even disagree with me and say, hey, you know what? No, it's not. Raw's a little better, but to be honest with you, SmackDown puts a more pure wrestling show than Raw does. Raw's more entertaining. They're fucking around. They're doing promos. They're, doing all kinds of shit. But back to this match: Kane, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton. Go ahead.
And I was about to say, like JB always says, here on SmackDown, we fight.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Main event time: Kane, Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton going up against Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, The Shield. Gentlemen, your thoughts on this whole match?
The match itself was on point as always. Daniel Bryan is on point like he's been these past few weeks. He's been just dominating the Shield basically by himself.
Right.
I mean, he's been taking them out, and the only thing, like I said, I really didn't like about this, I love the Shield. I like Shield, and I don't mind them taking a loss. Say they can't win forever.
Right.
So my only thing about that loss was that I wish it really had just been Daniel Bryan and him left by himself from his team, and Rollins left by himself from his team, and he took the law, picked up the win 1-on-1 without Kane and Orton getting involved in this.
Right.
Doug
Barrett, your thoughts on this whole match?
Yeah, I would have loved it better if he would have caught Rollins off the top of the rope and countered the knee strike into his no lock.
Right.
I do agree with on that part, but I would like to say though, it finally Shield finally got what they deserved, and I'm a Shield guy too. But they finally showed a team that finally somebody got the numbers game over Shield for once. Granted, it won't last very long because we know in about less than 48 hours, who's winning Sunday. But good job to Daniel Bryan, Kane, and I think that's Jake the Snake Roberts' new pet.
Right.
But since we're still on SmackDown, I know we discussed it before the pre-show. I got to give out my worst match award. Great Khali, he's played up. That's all I have to say. You are on crack.
Oh my God. Also, you know what? Another match to talk about real quick on SmackDown. Alberto Del Rio going up against Chris Jericho going up against Biggie Langston and Dolph Ziggler. Gentlemen, your thoughts on this match? Honestly, for me, started off real quick for myself. It was pretty decent. I just didn't like the fact of how I lost 75 points. Thank you, Ziggler. But go ahead, gentlemen.
It was decent. The problem thing is, though, Ziggler kind of looked like he had ring rust a bit since coming back from that concussion. I hope that ain't the case Sunday. That War title match is going to be terrible.
In the words of, Desi Arnaz, explain por qué. Why?
Well, remember, this is only technically the second match back since having this concussion, and there might be some ring rust with it because he hasn't been able to get in the ring in practice because of the concussion. You don't want him to take a bad bump, and he goes back to the ER again.
Damn.
And that's why Planet Angle is competing. That's why Tamla Snuka is back in Hawaii right now recovering from the concussion. That shit ain't funny to play with.
Yeah, I thought the match was, and the only thing I like about it was like, okay, Dolph's been gone for a little bit, and his first night back, you're gonna hand him a fucking loss, even though it was a tag team loss, but still.
Yeah, I think
All
it's
right,
a big
all
thing
right.
that up, so it makes us think Ziggler is going to lose Sunday. He's like, oh, he's
Right.
going in, not at 100%, he just got back, wasn't like a strong champion, and it kind of feels like the challenge is up to win the match, but I think they can all agree that's probably not going to happen.
All right, all right. Moving on to this Sunday. This Sunday, WWE presents Payback live from Rosemont in Chicago, a.k.a. Chicago Allstate Arena, whatever you want to call them. Ladies and gentlemen, this Sunday, Payback.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Prediction time, gentlemen. For the World Heavyweight Championship, Dolph Ziggler going up against Alberto Del Rio. Go ahead. Make your picks.
I got Ziggler.
Yeah, I got Ziggles.
You know what? Clean sweeps. I also take Ziggler on this one. Chris Jericho going up against Chicago-made CM Punk.
Chris Jericho.
I want to say Jericho because these last couple of matches they had, Punk has owned him, so I think this will be Jericho's redemption.
For me, it's going to be too early for Punk to lose. I will be taking CM Punk on this one. The WWE Tag Team Championship will be on the line. Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns going up against Randy Orton and Daniel Bryan.
Shield.
Yeah, 2/3 of the Shield.
Wow. Well, we talked about this earlier, Red, during the pre-show and on the WCC board. For those of you that got Facebook, be sure to add us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Wrestling Commentary Central. On the board, we did say, hey, you did agree with me that it was going to be a weak loss. And, I'm not going to lie, yeah, it was a little weak. No, I'm not talking shit, just being honest about it. But for some weird reason, I have a feeling Orton and Bryan will win. Ambrose will retain. I'll call that right now. On that note, let's move on. United States Championship, Dean Ambrose going up against Kane. I already called it. Dean Ambrose wins. Gentlemen, Dean or Kane?
Dean.
Oh, all right. Any reason why?
I think Kane's going to put over the younger talent, but I'm just going to say it right now since we're all picked Dean and we're agreeing on some of the matches. Fans, you pick against us because that means Kane's going to win.
All right. Not bad. Now, this match is going to be very interesting. It's for the Intercontinental Championship. Wade Barrett, champion, going up against Miz and Curtis Axel. Currently, it was supposed to be... Previously, it was supposed to be Fandango. But stepping in for him will be Curtis Axel. Gentlemen, do we have a new world champion, or is this some kind of bullshit storyline?
First, fuck you, Zack Ryder. Second, I'm taking Wade Barrett on the IC title. Keeping it.
Keeping it in the family. That's what she said. Go ahead, Red.
I'm going to say Curtis Axel because of the fact they're pushing him and the fact they keep, saying the fact that, this is the title that, his father, Mr. Perfect, brought, prestige to.
Right.
So I think they're going to probably go off of that.
Being Father's Day and all, I got to agree with Michael Cole. What a great gift this would be to give to Mr. Perfect on Father's Day. Curtis Axel takes the win for me on this one. You're looking at a new champ. For some weird reason, I don't know why, gentlemen, but I believe that this guy, for some weird reason, just something fishy is going backstage. But we'll talk about that on a later date. What else we got? The Divas Championship on the line. Caitlyn going up against AJ Lee.
AJ.
I will say Caitlyn just to retain, just to make it more interesting, because this storyline just barely picked up. Like, it took a while. I mean, it seemed like the Bellas were probably going to go after Caitlyn, but for some reason they threw a sick twist in there. AJ now. Story-wise, I believe Caitlyn will take the win just to keep the story interesting and keep it going a little more longer. Probably the next pay-per-view you could see AJ, or maybe in a few Raws, maybe one or two Raws later, you'll see which is which you'll see AJ pick up the win. That's what I'm thinking. Sheamus on the pre-show. Sheamus going up against Damien Sandow.
Sandow.
Damn. Sandow it is. Yes, sir. I also taking Sandow on this one. And, of course, for the WWE Championship, 3 stages of hell. John Cena, champion, going up against Ryback.
The bad team's going to win the match.
Superman
ends up winning this match. I believe so. Still too early for Ryback to win this one. I don't know why. But I guess making him a heel to me was probably a mistake. I don't know what you guys think about that one.
No, the mistake is thinking Ryback has talent.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm taking.
You don't believe in the big fella?
Dude, I believe in Zack Ryder more than I believe in Ryback, and we know how much I hate Zack Ryder.
Damn. That's fucked up.
I'd rather see JTG get this title match. At least I know I'll have some kind of entertainment.
God damn. Okay. The number to call 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Once again, that number is 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Gentlemen, and everybody listening around the world, go ahead and call the number. You could join us here. You could tell us what you think about Raw. You could tell us what you think about SmackDown. You could tell us what you think about TNA. And hopefully one of these days, we could probably even get a Ring of Honor show going, but that's in a future process. But, gentlemen, let them know where they can find you at, Big Red.
You can follow me on Twitter at Reddon81. It's REDDON 81. Also hit me up on my like page on Facebook. And my group's like page on Facebook, Men of Passion. And also follow us on Twitter at Men of Passion 12.
That's what's up. Doug Barrett, I know you got a YouTube channel. Go ahead and let them know where they can watch you do rants and all that good stuff, because I love enjoying you complain.
Yeah, I love to complain. That's my favorite part of the day. You can find me at Doug619 Part 2. When I'm not talking about WWE or Ring of Honor, so if we do a Ring of Honor show, looks like I'll be the one taking the rings on that one, most likely, hopefully, one day. But when I'm not talking about wrestling, I'm talking about basketball, baseball, football, hockey, video games. So whatever you like, yeah, I pretty much cover it except for golf.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the number to call is 760-569-7676. Access code 200-446-pound. Follow us on Twitter at WCC Live. Add us on Facebook at facebook.com/group/Wrestling Commentary Central. Be sure to check up the wall 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We got a tons of stuff in there. Make sure to check out all the WCC shows on YouTube. Subscribe to the actual channel. Subscribe to Spawn 20113. That's Spawn 20113. Or at DXR420. That's DXR420. Subscribe to the channels. All of the shows are on there, including the #1 show on the WCC network, Sex Battles. Going strong 17 weeks in a row. That's right, 17 weeks in a row. Find out why it's the #1 show on the WCC network. All you got to do is just go to the damn YouTube channel, hit in Sex Battles. It will pop out, and you'll find out why it's still #1. For myself, for Red, for Doug, we will see you guys next week on the main event. Hopefully, if Heather shows up this week, hopefully. You never know what might go on. You never know who might even stop by, but be sure to check us out every damn week right here on the main event. We will see you next week. Happy Father's Day to all you single fathers out there, and to all you single mothers that do the role for both jobs. A special Happy Father's Day to you as well. WCC reminds you to always support your local indie scene out there, and we'll see you next week.
Cause I'm on my game. Haters get shook when they speak my name. All this pressure that's